Þú ert að hlusta á Sportþáttinn mánudagskvöld með gesti frá Hæli.
Já, Sportþátturinn með ykkur hérna en þá á þessu mánudagskvöldi og klukkan að nálgast 11:30 enda er komið að síðasta viðmælda kvöldsins og það er þjálfari Erik Olson, þjálfari FSU í fyrstu deild karla í körfubolta. Komdu, bless og sæll. Hey Erik, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Guster. Good to have you on the line again and be on your show. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thanks to answer the phone so late.
Well, you know, anything to get our team a little press and get our name out there a little bit.
Yeah. So how do you think you have started in the first league this season?
Well, so far it's been an interesting league and a lot of very good teams, and right now we happen to sit in the top 4, so we're in a good spot moving forward, but we've got a very tough game on Thursday, and you know, I think our guys are ready for the challenge, and it's going to be very interesting with this young team to see how we respond against a very good Fjölnir team either on Thursday.
I think it will be a very interesting game. Fjölnir, they are in the 7th and you in the 4th. There's just one victory between you guys.
That's right. They dropped out of the top league last year, and they've got high expectations for the season, just like we do. You know, but I'm very confident in our group, and we've had one game to start the season where we didn't play very well, but since then we've kind of found our feet, and we've been on a little bit of a winning streak. You know, so our guys are playing well, and I think we have some confidence. And but it's going to be a very tough game. Obviously, they've got top league experience, and like you said, there's only one game between us right now. But there's you know, a few spots in the ladder and the standings, so they're kind of playing with something to prove, much like we are.
Mm-hmm. And what about the team FSU?
Yep.
These are all guys from the south of Iceland.
Yeah, we've got a team full of guys from the south of Iceland, and we also have 2 foreign players, but we've got a kid from England and an American, but everybody else is from this area. You know, so one of the things with being a Selfoss-based team is, you know, we felt strongly about trying to get local players and trying to get support from the community and get a little following behind us. And so far we've had some great crowds at home, and we've had some good support, and I think Thursday is just another opportunity to keep building basketball in Selfoss.
Yeah. And do you feel more basketball coming in Selfoss area?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've come a long way since last season, and you know, we've got a lot more experienced players, and we've also got some very talented young players and a few national team products. And you know, so I like where we're at as a team, and I think we're fun to watch. You know, we play an up and down, fast-paced game. So, you know, I think people that come and bring their family and spend money to get into the stands, I think, you know, I think it's something that we are enjoyable, and these people will come back. And, you know, obviously we'll see a little bit more on Thursday, but, you know, it would be great to have, you know, a full crowd and people supporting the group because it is a young, talented team.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about the first league this season? Do you think it's more harder, even last year?
Certainly. It's much more balanced than it was last year, much more even. You know, like I said, we've got a talented team, but there's 7 or 8 talented teams. You know, so it has been a really fun league so far. We picked up 2 games. We won 2 games where we were down by 9 points going into the 4th quarter, and I think that shows you know, not only how hard our guys work, and you know, but it just shows you that on any given night anything can happen. And you know, it's been fun to watch for me on the sidelines, and I think for the fans that follow us, it's been fun to watch. Mm-hmm. So I think Thursday will be no different. It's not going to be an easy game by any means, and you know, so we need all the support we can get.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about this season? Who are the strongest team in the first league?
Well, that's tough to say. I mean, Tindastóll is undefeated right now. They're clearly the team to beat. They dropped down from the top league. You know, so they're the team to beat right now. Everybody's kind of chasing them. You know, but then right away, the next 2-3 teams are very even, and then there's 2 or 3 teams behind us that are very, very good. And you know, there's going to be a couple good teams that don't make the playoffs, and you know, we're just trying to make sure we do everything we can to try to be a team that could potentially move up into the top league.
Mm-hmm. I would think about Now I'm gonna ask you in the last time. Sorry, I'm bad in English.
No, it's okay.
The NBA League, your team is Celtics, right?
My team's the Celtics. They're not very good this year, though, Gester. So, I haven't watched very many games yet. I'm kind of a EuroLeague fan where you get to see the European games. And, but with the NBA, the Celtics, they're one of those teams that is tanking, so to speak, to try to get a good draft pick next year. So I don't think I'll see very many games this year, but, I will make sure I see one game when I go home over Christmas and see the Celtics play. But they're very well coached. They've got a young coach, and, they're fun to watch. So, always a Celtics fan, even if they're losing.
Yeah. What about, you were talking about you're watching European basketball. What basketball in Europe are you watching?
Well, I like to watch the EuroLeague, and, it's the best teams in the world from all over the world. It's very similar to the Champions League in soccer. The biggest clubs with the most money, competing against each other. It's in the early stages right now, but there's really good basketball to be watched there. And, for anybody that is a basketball fan out there, the EuroLeague is a great spot to learn and see a different style of play versus the NBA. And, it's entertaining, and it's great for the game.
Mm-hmm. And what about the next game against Fjölnir, and you guys are ready for a win?
Yeah, I think we're ready for a win, Gester. It's going to be a very tough game. It is Thursday night in Selfoss. It's going to be a tough battle. Like I said, they're very good, and they've got a lot of talent and top league experience. And we're kind of on the other spectrum where we have a lot of young players. But we've got some experienced players as well. Ari Gylfason is one of our older players, and we've got a very good American, and we've got some solid guys from Selfoss. Arnthor is another guy from town here that a lot of people might know that he's done a very good job for us. And we do have a lot of experience mixed in with the young guys. And, our young players have done a very good job. We've got a national team kid, Erlender, who came to us this season, and he's had a very good season so far. And he's 7 years old, and we've still got the same young mix that we had last year, but we've added some talented players. And Thursday is going to be a very good game, and like I said, we just could use the support. It's always good to have a full gym, with a lot of people making noise and pulling for your team. So, it's going to be a fun game to watch. So come on down and support the local team.
So these guys, are they practicing on mornings also, and you have this young team, so that you have also another team, youth team?
Yeah, we have a youth team at FSU. We have a lot of kids that play the game, but we do practice in the mornings. There's a few days in the week that we get in at 6:30 in the morning and train and get these guys out of bed a little bit. So I think we play a very good up and down game, and we work very hard to try to get into good shape. And we try to do things a little bit differently than other clubs in that regard. And morning practice is probably just another one of those things that we do differently. But it's very good for our guys to, get out and get something done in the morning before they go to class or before they go to work. So, it's a good thing we've tried to establish, and I think it's very good for these young kids to get out of bed at an early hour and accomplish something in the morning.
Mm-hmm. You're not watching the Icelandic national team in soccer?
No, we're going to watch that tomorrow. It's a big game, obviously, and everybody's cheering for Iceland, me included. And I know our team will watch that as a group, and that's going to be a fun game to watch. But I think Iceland will pull through, don't you?
Yeah, of course. No, what do you think the game will go?
Well, I'm not much of a soccer, expert, so to speak, but I'd like to think they'd pull a 1-0 win and get that crucial away goal and try to move on to the World Cup. So, when you're playing with your whole country behind you, you got a little more on your shoulders, a little more pressure on you. But I think those guys, they'll probably rise to the challenge and sneak away with the win.
Don't you think it's unbelievable how good athletes we have in Iceland for so few country?
I am often impressed with that, and I wish I could put my finger on whatever it is, but it obviously just has to go towards the work ethic and how hard Icelandic people work in general, and athletics is no different. And it's something special when you've got 300,000 people in your country and you're competitive, and in all these major sports. So, there's something to be said there about working hard, and, soccer is no different.
Mm-hmm. Did you play soccer in USA?
No, Gester. No time for soccer with all the basketball, man. We try to just play one sport in the U.S. A lot of these kids overseas, they play 3 or 4 sports. But in the U.S., sometimes people just play one sport, and I was one of those guys that just played basketball, and it's always been there in my life, and so it's no different here in Iceland. A lot of time in the gym with the development academy and our young players, and so we do spend a lot of time in the gym and a lot of time preparing for the games that we have.
Yeah. Erik Olson, thank you very much, and see you next Tuesday.
Gester, we'll see you at the game on Thursday versus Fjölnir, and thanks for having me on.
You too.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Já, held ég nú, Erik Olson, þjálfari FSU, það náttúrulega leikir á fimmtudaginn, það Fjölnir FSU í yðu klukkan korter yfir 7, annars að öðrum leikjum á föstudaginn að Höttir Vængir Júpiters klukkan 6:30, Tindastóll fær IA í heimsókn korter yfir 7 og Breiðablik og Hamar eiga stuð í Kópavoginum klukkan 8 og svo það stórleikur þarna í byrjun desember Hamar FSU eða Sunnlendingaslagur eins og maður orða það. En Sportþátturinn verður ekki lengra sinni, ég ætla bara að minna á næstu leiki sem eru framundan, að sjálfsögðu það fyrst og fremst leikurinn sem Ísland-Króatía sem hefst korter yfir 7, hann hérna fyrir frá mig, og svo ætla ég sjálfsögðu að minna á í næsta þætti, þá ætlum við að sjálfsögðu að vera með að gefa Alex Ferguson bókina Sir Alex, og hún á og við ætlum að heyra í nokkrum góðum spekingum þá.